Hey, what's up everybody? This is Polio Jr. And in today's video, I just wanted to go over um, my first delivery for Whole Foods using Amazon Flex. Now, a lot of there's Amazon Fresh is still available in a lot of locations, and we still do have one in our area. But we did receive an email a couple weeks ago saying that um, all the Amazon Flex drivers would be eligible uh, to pick up groceries and so forth from the Whole Foods and deliver them out just like any other Flex shift that you would pick up. So, and now this is just my experience from my very first one, my very first Whole Foods delivery. What you see in front of you, it's the only reason I'm even using the screen recorder, is basically um, is when I'm actually at the location and I have successfully checked in. So you can see at the top it says 4:45. Um, my shift was 5 to 6. So I checked in at 4:45, just like when I'm delivering packages. I'm always 15 minutes early. If I have 5 o'clock, I always check in at 4:45, and I'm typically in the facility by right after I check in. So this was a little bit different, and maybe they're just getting things together in my area and so forth. So after that, you're just waiting there. That's it. Something comes up and says an order came through, and then it goes to this lovely. You can see I crossed out a whole bunch of stuff, but it would have the pickup address here and tells you very simply how to pick up from the store. And then there was actually even an email that gave you more detailed instructions and so forth. So now at this point in time, so it's 5 minutes later, and it says wait outside still. And I'm like, okay. And then it got to, so my shift was 5 to 6, and then it got to around 5:10. So it was like 5:10, and then it said basically come inside right here. It just said, okay, you're allowed to come inside now. There's a there's a there's enough orders for you to work essentially. So I go in, and it's essentially the same as far as when you're delivering packages. Packages are obviously right on the carts and so forth. Some areas they give them to you directly, and some you pick out yourself. So man, this having this angle makes me look cross-eyed as shit. So, um, but I go inside, and I'm talking to the people, and I say, hey, I've never done, I haven't done the Whole Foods delivery yet. Uh, even though I did read about it, I just wanted to see how they organized it and so forth. And it was basically the basic premise that that I got from everyone that worked there. Like the food was in the either in a cooler or over um, what you call or on a shelf. Like the dry goods were on a shelf and so forth, and they all had these different kinds of barcodes on them. And it was basically what I got was, I don't know, I just work here. No, I don't know. So it was actually very simple. It comes up on the phone, and basically I just had to filter um, through all of the deliveries that were showing up on my phone. So, and they were 4 characters. So, and they were really big on the packages too. So they were pretty easy to spot out. But I brought out like 2 shopping carts worth of stuff that were already packaged, and then drove. Uh, so I didn't really leave the Whole Foods until 5:35, something like that. So I'm going. There's no way in hell I'm finishing this by by 6 o'clock because it was just an hour shift, and so I ended up going an hour past the time, uh, and the I guess the most beneficial aspect of it is that you do receive tips from delivering uh, from a Whole Foods facility, and at my place they did have a designated parking spot where I could where it was just for people that were delivering for Whole Foods. But I believe for that technically 5 to 6 window, um, I drove maybe 100 and from the store, like from the store um, to upon completion 170 miles, something 100, maybe 100, 150 to 160 miles, something like that. So so the one thing I would say is it was extremely unorganized, the place that I went to. So at the moment, I'm still very much more inclined to go and work for, uh, just going to an actual facility that is just delivering packages over using um, over delivering for Whole Foods, and I'm assuming it's relatively similar to Amazon Fresh. I did hear that Fresh uh, actually keeps you in a general vicinity, but mine was nowhere near absolute. Like the Whole Foods was close to me, but where I was delivering was just it was definitely it was extremely far in both directions. So I went in one direction, 30 miles, and then I went another direction, uh, another 40 miles, like 30 to 40 miles, something crazy like that. It was wild. So I ended up going an hour over, and but it is what it is. I was a little flustered at the time because I'm typically done well before my shift ends. And I was an hour over. So even if I had left at 5, there's no way it. I still would have been over the shift anyway. So, in my experience so far, I would love to tell you guys my location and so forth, um, but I can't just because of privacy issues and so forth. But so number one, my experience only right now, since they just did this in our area, is don't expect the people that work there to help you in any way, shape, or form. There was a lady that was very nice, and was kind of trying to help me, but was really had no idea. It was same thing. We just package them, but she wasn't being unpleasant or standoffish or anything. But you're pretty much just figuring out yourself. So you're walking in, you're not scanning an arrival code like you would somewhere else. It's just checking in, and then the list comes up on the Amazon Flex app, and make sure you scan everything. And then once you're done, it'll actually say swipe to finish when you're done, and that's it. And then you obviously, if you have a lot of groceries, a lot of bags and so forth, you get a shopping cart, in my case two, and bring them out to your vehicle, and then go from there. So, and then deliver them. I actually interacted with every single customer for the Whole Foods. I think I had 4 deliveries for the Whole Foods. But yeah, that's just my experience so far. I will not be doing any Whole Foods deliveries, regardless of any incentives that they have emailed about. No thank you for the Whole Foods at this moment. And so, as far as June 26, 2018 goes, maybe I will try it again once they're a little bit more organized. But right now, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. So that's all I got. Thank you very much for watching. Very simple video. Just wanted to give you my experience, my personal experience on delivering with Amazon Flex with the Whole Foods facility. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one later.